Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Welcome back, YouTube. Day 24. I'd bid on a job on the way back down the road. There was a job coming out of Jarrow, which is about 5 minutes away from me, going back up to Glasgow the morning after. So I had to pick the job up at 9:30 on a night. It was probably for like a fabrication works welding job. I think I bid 135 or 140 on it. It was one of them. But you had to pick it up 9:30 that night, and then you had to drop it off for 8 o'clock on that morning. So it was an early start, 4:30 I left to get up there in plenty of time. I didn't like being late. But where I picked it up from, it wasn't even ready. The lads were still fabricating it when I got there, and he was full of apologies. But you know, I'm no drama queen. Like, just yeah, shit happens. It's fine. I had a bit crap with the lads. There was another lad there. He was an employed courier for this Courier's north of the Tyne. That's who I was doing the job for, and who he worked for. He was picking something else up. Proper one tooth. He was lovely, but we had a bit crack. He was telling us about, you know, you can end up anywhere on this job from this fabricator because it's doing water pipes. That's all they do, water pipes, you know, because of all the water that gets wasted in the country and yada yada yada. Anyway, I get to my job and it's gone to a fucking gas board. just tickled me. That would have fucking really blew his nut. Like, what do you mean it's not going to water? It's gas. So I gans up to Scottish Gas. Got there and I was early by about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Buzzer on the gate, lad lets us in. Proper Scottish lad, I love the Scots. Proper Scottish lad. And he was like, right, what you got, mate? It's got a pallet for you. It's got this big fucking thing. I'll put a picture on. 2 seconds. Wifey's ringing. Right, I'm back. Can I ignore the wifey? Right. So yeah, so the lad's like, well, you got pallets? Yeah, opens the doors. He says, do you reckon me and you can lift it off? I was like, not a fucking open house chance, son. He says, oh, well, I think they call them a Minotaur, you know, them big forklifts. There is one here, mate, I can drive it, but I haven't got a licence. I couldn't give a shit, pal. As long as you can drive it, get on to the damage my van and out. So, right, neighbour, I'll get the keys. He was over the moon. So I went, I said, I'll put it forward, I'll put it on the flat. I was literally trying to find the flattest, levelest place to give this kid a hand. So he comes across, he moves the forks, comes out and he's scanning in. And bear in mind, I'm up to the bulkhead. And me trolley's normally in on the flat. So the pallet lads normally kind of put the pallet on the top, like last 3 inches of the trolley, and I'm happy with that. So anyway, this guy gans in with the forks, and I'm looking, yeah, go through the cellophane, and then he's like pushing towards the bulkhead. And I'm like, whoa, no, he's, you know, just drop a little bit, get in, then lift it, come back, and you know, if it takes all day, pal, I didn't mind, you know, pushing against the fucking bulkhead in my van. Anyway, 5 minutes he'd done it. I was over the moon for him. He seemed really pleased that somebody let him have a go at the fucking forklift truck, like. So he sorts that out, dropped it. He literally took it out of the back of the van, moved back 6 feet and dropped it. And that was it. That's as far as we were gone. And he says, I'm going to put the keys back before somebody realises you get sacked for this shit, you know. And I'm like, oh, you're fine, man, don't worry. So I get dropped off there. So that was the pumps place for the gas. Then, so I'm in Glasgow. A job comes on from Speedy Freight. The Glasgow Speedy Freight is by far the best in the country. In my limited ability. So there was an old Nana walking past with a pram with our music on our phone. They're really super friendly. You know, the price seems to be all right when you bid with them. Not like I've never had any luck with the rest of them. Like, so there's a Speedy Freight job on, and it was going up to Aberdeen. So I bid 129 quid in it. Rang straight away. The lassie. Check, you know, have you got this, you got that? Yeah, got everything. Right, neighbour, I send it through. So off our Tootles up to Aberdeen. And it was literally, I put a picture on, it was like a flange. It's about that big. It was tiny. So I put us on, it was an important piece that they needed up in Aberdeen. Gets up there, gets to the counter for the delivery. And the lad's like, oh, you're from Newcastle, mate? I never get into conversations about the difference between Newcastle, Sunderland, South Shields, you know, Mackems, Geordies, all that kind of stuff. I just say, aye. And he was like, oh, I'm a Newcastle fan and all the rest of it. So he was out in the moon. He'd found his long lost brother, you know. So we had 10 minutes chunder. And he was a lovely, pleasant lad. I think we mad his day because Geordie had turned up. So a big crack there. And then I comes out and I literally just comes around the corner on the industrial estate. And Parks was like lay-by. So I'm here and the airport's literally to my left. So I'm watching the choppers come in off the rigs and that, I'm presuming. Anyway, I'm sitting and I'm parked. A white van comes in, parks behind us. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's like another courier. So I check who's nearby, and I'm looking in my mirror, and I'm like looking at the reg, yeah, and I'm looking down the who's. Oh, fucking hell, it is a courier. Fuck it, I'll have a big crack, because you know I'm the shy, retiring type. So I get out the van, and this lad goes, we didn't want any celebrities here. I went, oh, mint. So he's like, I've seen you on YouTube and that. Mate, I've only been on for a few weeks. You know, it's crackers. Anyway, the lad's called Abe. I'll get his name right. 2 seconds. Right, I'll just double check this. I want to get it right. So his name is Aid. He didn't want to put his full name on or out like that. He's because obviously he's a professional assassin. Just does this part time. So we had a big crack. What a lovely, lovely lad. Genuinely a lovely lad. We sat together, fucking hell, we're chewing the fat forever. There was no kind of work coming on. We're both sitting with our phones on. And he gave us loads of info, basically about what he does. He stays out majority of the week and things like that. Give us a few contacts, a few emails to get in touch with for kind of work out with different areas. Proper, genuinely nice lad. And, you know, for nothing. I was like, do you want a coffee? No, nah, he had it all. Mate, he was like set up. If there's a fucking nuclear war tomorrow, he'll survive. That's his van set up, you know. So I know he watches the videos, so it was a genuine pleasure to meet you, pal. And I promised him we've got each other's numbers, that we'll have a catch up. But yes, great to meet somebody else who was kind of, you know, yeah, you're doing all right, but if you'd done this, it would be a bit better, and yada yada. And I like that. I like people who are. You get people in the world where if you do 100 things and you do 99 of them right, people never mention any of that. They'll just mention the one thing that you did wrong. You know, that's life. But you have other people who just like, yeah, you know, you're going to make mistakes, you're fine. And they give you some productive criticism, which is great. You know, do this instead of that and try this. Even just a little bit inside info. There's always jobs coming out here. They've got Blythe and lovely, lovely lad. So yes, we chewed the fat for a while. Good old Aid. So anyway, a job, well, both of our phones go, obviously, and a job come on, and it was Rico again. A job from Aberdeen to Glasgow. So as a true gent would, I literally went to Aid, what would you bid on this, pal? And he was like, probably put 120 on it. You want to get back down the road, didn't you? And I'm like, aye, you know. So Glasgow's down the road from me, from Aberdeen. He said, I'll bid 120, if you bid 110, he'll put 11 minutes and I'll put 10 minutes. So we did that, and sure enough, the job comes through to me. So it was from a hospital to a hospital. So we parted ways, mind you, another friend, I made a friend. So I get the job where it was a fork on. So I had to go to the hospital in Aberdeen, and it was just like pick up from like research department or something like that. This place is fucking enormous. Could I hell find it? And you know you're under a bad one when you're asking staff. Yeah. So anybody with an NHS badge, I was like pestering. Excuse me, can you tell us where this department is? Not a clue, mate. No idea. I think it's over that way. You know, just pointing in the general direction of fucking Spain. So eventually, I came across. I always find the working class people. So I was asking nurses and doctors and things like that, but I found a couple of lads who were putting rubbish in a bin. Yeah, with a different colour t-shirt on. They're the real inside knowledge people. They know everything. So I was like, mate, you know where this is? He went, I round the corner, first door, up the stairs, fucking in you go. So I goes in, picks up, and then I tootles on down the road to Glasgow. Same issue. So it's Glasgow Royal Hospital. Nowhere to park. But again, maybe in the shy retiring type. I pulls into the taxi queue, behind the taxi, gets out, asks the taxi driver for help. People like to be asked for help, yeah? So I'm kind of bowing as I'm going towards him. Excuse me, sir, excuse me. Can you tell me where this is? And he went, yes, pal, I think it's in that one there, but I'm not sure where. Oh, right, okay, I'm not sure where I should go. Can I park here? Yeah, you'll be fine for 5 minutes, mate. I'll keep an eye on it until I get a job. Right, no bother. Off our toodles. So I get to the wrong place, but I asked somebody who was sitting at reception, and that person didn't work on reception. She obviously just fucking had a fetish and hung out there. So she didn't know. She sent us to the wrong place. Come back down, managed to speak to somebody who worked on reception while this other lass was still there. And she was like, yeah, you need to be across the road. So I gets across the road, gets in, a laddie, I said, I'm a courier, I've come to drop this off. And he just literally hands us a pass. Upstairs, mate, floor 1. So I goes up to floor 1, standing in front of some double doors. Like, nobody there. I takes my pass and swipes it on the ID card thing. Opens the door, lets us in. I'm a fucking member of staff now. Unbelievable. So yeah, dropped that off, sweet as a nut. Lassie signed for it, and that was it. I was done. So I promised myself I'd get back down the road because I had stuff to do for the day after. We're away at the weekend, but I'll cover that off tomorrow. Video, that is, which will be my day off video. So again, hope everybody's well and you're all making money. And I will catch you on the next one. Same t-shirt, same shit, for my day off video. Auf Wiedersehen, pet.